you. Fired that your carriage driver had abducted. Is it not you who has told me all of the things if I was undeserving of your...
My true identity would stifle houses in Mayfair. Take, for example, Bridgerton House.
No.
It is engagements. Perhaps one ever wondered why so many.
Down is here.
See, we already have it.
Dominating me. What one does out of desperation. Cressida paid to Lord Sampson this week, asking for a day off. Except, I suppose, I just... something that...
You are not to leave.
It's a good thing Miss Cowper's was...
We pick off just where we left off, with Colin Bridgerton, played by Luke Newton, discovering that Lady Whistledown is actually Penelope Featherington, Nicola Coughlan. His sense of betrayal is evident, and to be honest, I think this is Newton's greatest work to date. Colin's haughty exterior dissolves to reveal a gentle, sensitive, and vulnerable guy. I adore it. He leaves irrationally. Later on, the Ton eats their fictitious Lady Whistledown scandal sheet while Jessica Madsen's character Cressida and Joanna Bobbin's character Lady Cooper watch from their carriage. It is fair to believe that Lady Cooper drafted the letter that was given at the Mondrick's ball. She aims at the Bridgerton family. Ruth Gemmell plays Lady Violet, who reads what she says with disbelief. Will Tilston's Gregory and Florence Hunt's Hyacinth request to read the booklet, but Violet won't expose her kids to such hate. Hannah Dodd's character Francesca stays out of the turmoil and concentrates on her novel. Colin is in full brooding leading man mode as he sleeps in bed. But then something amazing happens. Simultaneously, the real Lady Whistledown publishes her issue. We now see Queen Charlotte, Golda Roshuvel and a confused Ton holding 2 leaflets. While reading Penn's leaflet, Lady Agatha Danbury, Ajoa Ando enjoys the drama that is being caused. She is not at fault in my opinion. Penn does her hardest to mitigate the impact of the Cowper scandal sheet and convincingly demonstrates that she is the actual Whistledown, all thanks to Julie Andrews' amazing narration. Cressida is confined to her chamber by Lord Cooper, Dominic Coleman, who informs her that she cannot go until her aunt from Wales comes. Afterwards, Penn goes for a stroll in the park with Mr. Finch, Lorne MacDonald, Mr. Dankworth, James Foon, Philippa, Harriet Keynes, Prudence, Bessie Carter, and Lady Portia Featherington, Polly Walker. Now that the Cressida fiasco is behind them, Portia is happy. The Ton can now concentrate on Penn's upcoming wedding. In the meantime, Benedict, Luke Thompson and Eloise, Claudia Jessie go approach the Featherington, Finch, Dankworth family arm in arm. Penn's most recent issue has Eloise feeling quite satisfied. Benny moves aside to make room for the ex-best friends. Colin is aware that Penn is Lady Whistledown, as she discloses. Eloise declines to intervene or provide guidance. Eloise has already unintentionally become the focal point of the drama because to Penn's alter persona. Eloise nonetheless wishes Penn success and gives her credit for placing Cressida in her proper place. After that, Violet and Agatha share a cup of tea. Violet expresses her worries about John and Francesca. She's hoping to talk to the Queen for a little while. Agatha advises against doing this for the time being, acknowledging that the Queen is agitated because to the LW business. Agatha is having some sort of trouble, Violet observes. She says that if Agatha needs someone to listen, she's available to help. I've always valued our friendship so much. Colin confronts Eloise regarding Penn in the interim. Is she aware that Penn is Whistledown from the beginning? According to Eloise, she found out about it a year ago. She didn't believe it was newsworthy to share, though. She really prodded Penn to tell Colin more than once. Afterwards, Colin and Penn get back together to talk about the specifics of their wedding. Violet is shown by Portia the location of the wedding breakfast. The mothers see the conflict among their involved offspring. Colin informs Penn that although their marriage would depend on a number of circumstances, he still plans to wed her. They will need to discuss it after the event. Benedict visits Lady Tilly Arnold, Hannah knew in another scene after escaping her dinner party. Like her friendship with Benedict, Tilly admits that her connection with Paul Suarez is informal. A moment between Benedict and himself seemed to Paul like a sign that a threesome was imminent. Benedict is informed by Tilly that love knows no bounds. It is more than just sex, gender, etc. Tilly continues, her staff is extremely discreet. Benedict considers what she said. Violet is then called by Daniel Francis's character, Lord Marcus Anderson. Sitting in her drawing room is the two. He expresses his wish to go farther with her. Violet is also craving that sweet dessert, and she can't get enough of it. Colin is like his mother. Although she expresses her affections to him, she insists that they settle all their differences first. Cressida, meantime, begs her mother to allow her to leave her room. She also criticizes Lady Cooper for treating the Bridgertons unfairly. Cressida has just one loyal friend in Eloise. Where's Eloise now? Elsie wonders. She tells her daughter that she is the only thing she has in this world. Later, Colin's bachelor party at a club is attended by Benedict, Will Mondrick, Martin Zimhangbe, Victor Ali's character Lord Kilmartin, and Colin. John makes it clear that Violet doesn't think much of him. Violet, as Benedict and Colin clarify, adores grandiose, audacious gestures. She desires a deep affection for each of her children. They push him to venture outside his comfort zone. John and Will leave, leaving the two Bridgerton brothers to talk. Although Benedict feels something is wrong, he lets Colin process his emotions. Penn is seated at Catherine Drysdale's shop with Madame Delacroix in the meantime. Penn divulges that Colin is aware. She says that although she attempted to give up her column, it was like taking away a part of who she was. Whistledown provides her voice and strength. Benny is sitting in the study at the same moment, gazing at Tilly's calling card. The vehicle's wheels are moving. Penn is leaving the Modishter when they pass each other on the street. They brawl violently outside the store. Penn expresses regret for all the harm her pen has caused. Colin confronts her for making derogatory comments about him, Marina, and Eloise. Colin questions the sincerity of her remarks on his work, given that she is a well-known scribe in Mayfair. Penn ends this dispute by declaring her love for Colin. They share a kiss. Up against a wall, everything gets hot and heavy until a carriage goes by. Colin makes every effort to keep Penn hidden from curious eyes. Then he bids her farewell and helps her into her carriage. Colin then gets back together with Jonathan Bailey and Simone Ashley, the Viscount and Viscountess Bridgerton. Anthony and Kate provide Colin excellent marital counsel. I adore Kate's scenes with Cantony in Season 3. Simone Ashley embodies Kate in a captivating way. Agatha talks it over with Marcus the next morning. Marcus expresses regret for preventing her from leaving her forced marriage all those years ago. He acknowledges that when he was just 10 years old, he didn't know anything. He wasn't treated very well by their father either. Marcus feels bad for not opposing him. Fortunately, Agatha acknowledges his apologies. They chuckle before Agatha extends an invitation for him to Pollen's wedding. Penn is shown getting ready for her big day in the interim. In other places, a lengthy succession of the Queen's subjects assert that they are aware of the true identity of Lady Whistledown. The possibility that LW is not a woman is raised by one man. This causes Queen Charlotte's mind to begin working. Later, a large group of people, including Will and Alice Mondrick, Emma Naomi, enter the chapel for the wedding. Penn is escorted down the aisle by Portia to a performance of Yellow in classical form. Our bride is gorgeous. They exchange vows and the requisite smooch. Even Eloise looks emotional at the display of love. Benedict finds Eloise munching on food alone at the wedding breakfast. The series addresses the loneliness she feels watching everyone she knows getting married. They're setting her up for her season, whenever that may be. Meanwhile, Cressida packs her belongings. A maid arrives with tea, and she asks the maid for help. Kate and Anthony discuss Edwina and her newfound love for the outdoors, thanks to her husband. Kate misses India, prompting Anthony to suggest she give birth to their child there. He wants their kid to know they're a Bridgerton and a Sharma. Kate responds that Violet would be disappointed to miss her grandchild's birth. But ultimately, marriage is about making concessions. I adore Anthony for suggesting this, and I adore this. Here, Cantony's chemistry is just on. Penn, meantime, expresses gratitude to her mother for planning a fantastic wedding breakfast. Although she hasn't had time for her typical interfering, Portia comments that she has sensed tension between Penn and Colin. In the daytime, Penn and Colin get back together for a dance. Penn gets sick of hanging onto the walls, even if it's not a ball. She wants to dance outside with her spouse. Oh no, our newlyweds start dancing to a rendition of You Belong With Me, in the classical style. Others begin to notice and join Poland in the fun. Queen Charlotte, Brimsley, Hugh Sachs, and the Queen's entourage appear out of nowhere. All save the Bridgertons are asked to leave. Pen is convinced to stay by Colin because she is now a Bridgerton. The Queen expresses her opinion that one of them is hiding something here. No one is permitted to leave until one of them confesses, she claims. Pen seemed to be in a panic. Francesca informs Her Majesty that she is engaged to John since she thinks their relationship is a secret. The Queen asserts, nevertheless, that it is not her affair. She thinks Lady Whistledown is one of them. Anthony moves forward and declares that he would have quickly put an end to any covert gossip column if it had been written in his home. The Queen retreats a little but says the remaining LW will fold in good time. Pen then tells Colin that she is Whistledown and that she won't change. Colin says he finds that hard to believe. That evening, he intends to sleep on the sofa. After he leaves, Eloise gives Pen a soothing hug. Later, Paul, Lucas Aurelio and Tilly enter her house as Benedict returns. He is eager to enjoy himself. Before he makes out with Paul, Benedict begins kissing Tilly. I'm relieved that the show has at last verified his bisexuality. In another instance, Cressida goes up to a few printers and demands money for releasing her scandal sheet. One of the boys she talks with says his old employer has connections to the genuine Lady Whistledown. He claims that her hair is red. What more does the boy know about LW? Cressida asks. Yes, she will undoubtedly use this as ammunition against Pen.